You would not believe the timing. I just spent the past half an hour filming a video all about changes the Leafs could make this off-season, from coaching to players, trades, all that stuff. And I literally shut off my camera, step away for 5 minutes, come back, and Keefe is gone. So obviously that is not going to be in that video anymore, and instead I thought I would just share a 5-minute video today of my thoughts about Keefe instead, and I will get the rest of that video up either later today or maybe tomorrow. So yeah, Keefe is gone and the dominoes start falling. I'm also really sorry if you can hear my neighbours outside. I'm filming this in my kitchen because I'd already put away all my filming setup from in my bedroom, so you get the kitchen instead today. So ahead of the Leafs management speaking to the media tomorrow, which is Friday, Sheldon Keefe has been fired and the Leafs are now without a coach. Sheldon Keefe has been coached the Toronto Maple Leafs for the past 5 seasons. He got them to the second round last year and they've made playoffs every single year under him being coach. Before Sheldon Keefe, it was Mike Babcock who was coach of the Toronto Maple Leafs, and I really didn't rate Mike Babcock. I really didn't like the way he treated the players, and I was very happy with Sheldon Keefe's time as coach, to be honest. I have been a big fan of Sheldon Keefe. I think he's brought a lot to the table for this team, but I also think he's brought all that he could, and I didn't see him taking the team any further, and it was definitely the right time for him to go. This had to be his last shot. To be honest, I thought he maybe could have gone last year, because even though they did make the second round, they basically bottled it. And so I did think there was the possibility he went last year, but I truly think that because Kyle Dubas went last year and obviously Brad Treliving came in, I think it was to keep some sense of stability for the team that Sheldon Keefe stayed on. Otherwise, I think if Kyle Dubas had stayed, perhaps Keefe would have also gone last year. As I say, I like Sheldon Keefe. I think he's really taken that team far, and I really do rate him as a coach. I also have a soft spot for him because his brother Adam Keefe is coach of the Belfast Giants, who are in the Elite League, which is the British Hockey League. Keefe is the Leafs' all-time leader in points percentage for a head coach throughout his 5 seasons coaching the club, and he's ranked number 5 on the club's all-time win list. And I really think that a potentially great replacement for Keefe could be Craig Berube, the ex-St. Louis Blues coach. He of course took the St. Louis Blues to win the Stanley Cup back in 2019, so he's got cup experience, he knows what it takes to get a team there, and I also just love his attitude. I think he could be a great replacement for Keefe. I like the way he can control teams. I think he could be the necessary change needed to take this team further next season. His name's probably the one I've seen thrown around the most frequently. There are other possibilities, of course. I just really like Craig Berube as a potential replacement for Keefe. At the end of the day, the Leafs need change, and this is just potentially the first domino to fall down, and the rest may follow soon after. It's debatable how much change will be good for this team, because too much change and you risk them not even making playoffs next year if you tear the team apart too much, but they also need enough change that they actually have a chance of going further than what they have already, because what they have right now and have had for the past 5 years or so, and what they've had probably since 2016 time, has not been working. That blueprint doesn't work. Keefe going was inevitable in my opinion. I just didn't expect it to be today. I thought it was going to be tomorrow, otherwise I wouldn't have gone and filmed that video. I am really happy about this. I think that this could be a really good step forward for the Leafs, and as long as they get a good replacement in, this could be the first step in them actually going on a cup run in future seasons. They need to invest in this time now, while the likes of Matthews and Nylander are in their prime, and so it's so important to have a good coach at the head of all that. And while Sheldon Keefe has brought a lot to the table for the Leafs, it was his time to go, and it was time for change to start happening. This is just a very quick ad hoc video which I was not expecting to film, hence why we're sitting in my kitchen right now. So those are just the thoughts off the top of my head, so leave a comment down below. What do you think of the fact that Sheldon Keefe is no longer the coach of the Toronto Maple Leafs? Who do you think will be his replacement, and what other changes do you think are coming? Make sure to like this video and subscribe, and I'll be back soon with more Toronto sports chats from across the pond. Bye guys!